And guess what time it is? It's time for a brunch bang, mukbang. Mukbang? Brunch bang? Anyway, here we go. Anyway, I have lasagna, chicken lasagna. It's a Stouffer's one. I cooked it over the weekend. This is what's left of it. And I have some honeydew melon. And I got to put the TV on because the TV just, if it goes, are you watching it? Got to put it on for Jesse. Okay. Yep. Kid business. All day, every day. Anyway, so yeah. So it was brought to my attention that the second part of my story was not on videos. And I put it to the videos. And whatever reason, it didn't end up there. So, long story short, for people who don't know what I'm talking about, I was telling a story about me moving. And it was about me moving from Nevada to Florida and coming back to Nevada. Anyway, so that's kind of hard. So anyway, I moved away from Nevada because we had a violent neighbor. We had a lot of violence in the neighborhood. I lived in a low-income apartment. Our apartment was beautiful. I gave almost everything away. Rolled up my Chevy pickup truck. I was on my way to Florida to go live with my friend Peggy, which is deceased. And most of the people that I'm going to name in this video, they're deceased. Because they had cancer or something, I don't know. Anyhow, I loaded my truck up, my 16-year-old daughter, my 7-year-old boy, our dog and a cat, and my big son. He lived with me too at the time. He loaded up his truck with all the things from his bedroom. He didn't want to give nothing away, get rid of nothing, but I gave everything away, got rid of everything just about. Oh, did I say? Took the dog and the cat. Anyway, so I had an arrangement with a friend to move to Florida, and her mortgage payment was $300. I said, I'll give you the $300 if you let me stay with you a couple weeks or maybe a month, and I'll buy all the groceries. I'll even clean your house. She said, yeah, fine, okay. So that's good, because I was going to Avon Park, Florida, which is a retirement town. And it's really hard to find apartments there and stuff like that. And so I thought, you know, that's a good deal for her, and I'll help her out. She's a single parent with a girl that's like, I think her little girl was like 8 or 9 or something like that. And I know Peggy forever. I knew Peggy since her little girl was like maybe a year old. We used to go to church together. Anyhow, so we get halfway there, and she tells me I can't come. She gonna call sheriff on me if I came down there. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? She wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't tell me. But later on, like a year before she died, she says, I asked her what happened. You know, I didn't hold a grudge on her. I should have, but I didn't. And I asked her, you know, I was getting ready to move down there, and we talked it all out and everything. She says, because my daughter Meredith didn't want you there. So I'm like, really? You know, really? So anyway, her little kid didn't want me there, so that's fine. Whatever. Neither here nor there. It's all over with now. But really screwed me up, I'll tell you that. Gotta fix a tablet. It screwed me up because, you know, money don't grow on trees, and made this arrangement with her to go do this, and here I am, gave all my shit away out of my apartment. I'm traveling with everything that's basically important to me. My kids here, Francine, her tablet's on there. Traveling with everything that's important to me. My little family, my dog, my cat, my kids, and not much money. And she tells me I can't come. So I called my friend Marcy, who is deceased. Don't know why she died. I think she died from overdose. Not sure. They found her dead in her bed. And she really liked to get high, so I don't know. Nobody will talk, so this is my idea. Anyway, she said her town in Cleveland, Tennessee was nice and it was all right and, you know, cheap and all good and everything. So I'm like, okay. I said, do you know any motels that I can get for like a week or so? Or till I find a place. Yeah, she knew of a motel. Motel even has a swimming pool. That was in my budget.
Mom.
It's like $200 for the whole month. What, dude? Dude, wants a... Oh, that's a big bite. But anyway, well, hold it and bite it. Anyway, so that's what I did. I paid for the whole month, just in case I didn't get a place. You know, $200, get to swim every day, whatever. Get a crock pot, you know, maybe a little electric skillet. Or if you were allowed to cook in the room, they had like little fridges and stuff. So basically, that's what I did. And I went to Ohio after my money almost ran out. Like, I forget how long I was at that motel, but it was a few days before I had to pay again to see if I could stay, because I couldn't find any place in Tennessee. I mean, I found places, but nobody would get back to me. I found a really nice little mobile home for rent. Can you imagine? It was only $150 a month. Plus the utilities there, which was nothing, really. So, I couldn't really find anything. Nobody get a hold of me. And cooking and living in the motel is kind of like getting to me, so I called another friend. This other friend is actually the friend that was in Nevada that turned me on about Nevada. Oops, get that, Francine. Anyway, so I called her, and she said, "Oh my God, I'd love to see you." And my big son, rather, he wanted to go to Ohio because he had a crush on her daughter, her oldest daughter, and they knew each other from high school. They're all around the same age. I think my oldest son was like 21 or 22 at the time. So we went to Ohio. My friend told me that I could stay with her daughter. She has 3 daughters. So I stayed with her daughter, the middle daughter. And my big son went and stayed with the big girl that he had a crush on. So that was all work out. And then, because I was going to stay there a little while, I gave the middle daughter $200. And her house, when I got into her house, it was so dirty, filthy, nasty. Ugh. And I walked into her bathroom. There's dirty baby diapers everywhere. Kotex everywhere. Dirty Kotex. I mean, it stank. I don't even know if those people ever took a shower. Because the shower was full of, like, stuff where they use the bathtub as a storage. So where the hell do you bathe? So, because I am the way I am, I came to her house and started to clean everything. I thought I was doing her a great service, cleaning. Didn't say nothing about it. Says, "Oh, I'll help you, you know," because she has like a little baby. I thought maybe she just didn't have time to clean. And so she goes to all these this girl went to all these food pantries. She had a zillion canned goods. our refrigerator and our freezer, you couldn't hardly shut the door and make it stick shut. She had all this food. So I said, okay, I'll help you out. I'll clean your kitchen. I'll cook you some meals. I just really appreciate you letting me stay here. You know, I didn't need to buy food because she had all this food. I mean, where was I going to put food if I bought food, you know? That's what I was thinking. So I made supper like 3 nights in a row. I was there maybe about a week, and then one night over the weekend, it was like a Saturday, I bought Burger King for everybody. But I don't want to cook. I'll just buy Burger King. So I went and bought Burger King for her family, her husband's 2 kids, which she lived with them, her, and she had a little girl, her own little girl, and her little boy. So I bought hamburgers for everybody. And then I got an income tax check. I said, my income tax check is coming, and I can go get an apartment. So I wanted to go get an apartment over there by the high school in Wadsworth. I had that all figured out that, you know, that's what I was thinking I'm going to do. Because I had a lot of empties. And they kind of knew me because I was around a long time. Back and forth in Ohio. So anyway, so I kind of knew the people that had the place. Everybody let me have it. And then the girl, the middle daughter, I'll call her Rose. Rose said, well, you know, you owe me so much money or get the fuck out. And I'm going to hold all your shit. I'm going to call the cops, get the fuck out. And I'm like, how do I owe you money? I gave you money. Cleaned your house and everything. And it was snowing, man. It was snowing. It was in January. Any of you people that live in Ohio in January know it's damn snows. It was snowing, cold, blowing. And, I don't know. So, what had happened there was my income tax check came to her house. I never did see it. They took it and I told the IRS, and the IRS says, well, you know, we can't do nothing about it. It's not been cashed. They wouldn't reissue it for me, so that was lost money. Anyway, so she kicked us out. And I'm like, oh my God. We only had like, maybe about 2 weeks. No, not 2 weeks. How long was it? I think it was like almost a week. And then my money would come again. Not the income tax, just my money, my normal money. God, I ate that. I'm still hungry. Anyway, so I didn't know what to do. What's the plan? I'm broke. I gave this bitch all my money just about. You know, so I filled up, loaded the shit up. Best we could. Left some more shit behind. At her house, like an ice cream maker. My fryers from the motel, my crock pot. Left some stuff. So now she's telling me to get out. So I got my clothes, my kids' toys, a TV. Maybe that's about it. I really have nothing now. Oh. What I was going to tell you too is my friend Marcy that was in Tennessee, I had put all my stuff in her storage unit, which was a big mistake because they got rid of it all. They got rid of all my stuff. Her son went in there and got rid of all my stuff. This is why I don't have that much stuff, you know, that I really took to Ohio. Now I'm down to nothing anyway. So I didn't have very much money left. I'm like, oh my God. And I called the motel where I was staying in Tennessee. And I said, hey, you know, I'm coming back. I still have some days left on my rent there. Can I come back and just pick up and then I'll pay again when my money comes? The guy goes, oh, sure. He was like really nice. So went back there, stayed till I got my money again, got my money again. And I'm like, now what? I'm just like, now what? What do I do? If I go to Florida, Florida's hot, full of bugs, nowhere to stay. That's not fun. And Florida's like CPS probably would have took my little son away from me because Florida don't play. You sneeze the wrong way and I'll take your kid. Anyway, Bubba's in the house with Diet Mountain Dew. Anyway, so yeah. So I don't know what to do. Here I am sitting in Tennessee. My money just came in, so I made the decision. I'm going back to fucking Nevada. So I went back to Nevada. And for whatever reason, the apartment told me, I said, can I have my old apartment back? You don't even have to clean it. Okay. When I got there, it says, no, you can't have it back because you didn't do the proper, you didn't sign the paperwork. We just thought you abandoned everything. I was like, well, I was all paid up and, still had the key. I gave them the keys and everything. They knew I was leaving. So they downright fucking lied. They lied. So I couldn't go back to my apartment. Now what? We're tired. So we got a room at one of the motels. Spent $80. And I didn't have that much money. I'm like, oh my God, this is eating me up. So we had the kids had a night's sleep. I really didn't because I was awake all night worrying what I'm going to do in the morning when it's time to leave that motel. And I didn't have money to keep paying for the whole month. So I made sure everybody took a shower and everybody's all cleaned up and everything. Dog and cat was good and everything. And then we drove around looking for an apartment. Found an apartment I used to live in. I've lived in the ghetto apartment complex I left, I've had 4 different apartments in there. Can you imagine that? And the other apartment complex that I lived in, Reno, I had 2 apartments in there because I'd move and I'd come back and I'd move and I'd come back. So anyway, so I went to the apartment that I'd moved from to go to the ghetto apartment. And they knew me. And the ghetto apartment had the same owners. And I said, I don't care. Don't even worry about it. Just come over here and rent. We have an apartment if you want an apartment, but it's not ready. The people aren't moving out till the 5th. So, and it's like the 3rd or something like that. It's the 3rd of the month. And they hadn't moved. So I go back there. I gave them the deposit for the apartment to hold it for when they moved. They didn't move yet. They didn't move till the 15th. In the meantime, we were going from the truck stop to this place to that place to sleep at night in my truck. It's very difficult because Nevada's hot. I don't care. I mean, in the wintertime, it's like, it still gets hot in the sun in the summertime. The wintertime. It'll be, but anyway, so it just was kind of like, it's stupid. And we didn't know where to go, so we were running from one spot to the next so we wouldn't get busted, sleeping in the truck. And I told welfare after about the 20th, and these people didn't move, they hadn't left. They left on the 15th, but the apartment complex said I can't have my apartment till the 1st of the next month. So I had all this time, and what am I going to do? So I went to the welfare and said, look, man, I need help. I'm homeless. I have this little kid. I got to take my kid. I guess it'd be better to put him in foster care than keep him with me because we're homeless. You know what welfare told me? We don't want your kid. Do you have a truck? Do you have a car? So yeah. Then you're not homeless because you have a roof over your head. That's what they told me. And they wouldn't give me no food stamps, nothing. They gave me a sheet of paper that told me where all the food banks were and all this stuff. But yeah, how am I going to cook this shit? Make a camp